Sunday night. I'm massively behind schedule for the day because I set myself so much work to do and I underestimated how long it'd take, and it's now 9:37 p.m. and I'm waking up at 4:30, so I'm gonna get 4 hours max sleep tonight because I've got two big tasks to do when I get upstairs. But I had to come on here now and talk to you guys because when we're on this journey of entrepreneurship, on this journey of self-development, on this journey of self-discovery, because that's what it is. When we're undergoing entrepreneurship, that's all we're going through on the highest level. It's self-discovery. Because the more that we understand ourselves, the more problems we can solve for the world. And therefore, the more we get paid. The more that we provide an impact to the people around us, the more that we get rewarded monetarily, and we get a sense of fulfillment as a result. But the hardest thing that no one talks about, because you go online and you just see Brett Scales just bought this car and TJR's bought Koenigsegg. No one talks about how hard and lonely it is right now when I'm sat in my Audi in cold Manchester and I work all day and I don't even know if the work I'm doing is right. I don't even know if the work I'm doing is right. And it's like I put the reps in and you're there just working super hard every single day, and all the people around you, because you've already professed your goals to them, they expect you to just pop out tomorrow with a Ferrari, and deep down you want that same feeling. You want that yourself. But like, you just don't know when it's going to click. And every single day that you've not reached your big goal, every single day that you're not in that Ferrari, or you're not in Dubai, or you've not got this like 7-figure business, you're wondering, where did I go wrong? Like, what could I have done better? Is this work actually moving me forward, or is it a waste of time? Am I gonna have to start from scratch? And I felt this exact same way when I was running my sales agency, in the bulk of it. And this imposter syndrome carries us at every single level, because I knew people made money doing the same business model that I did with the sales agency. And on paper, we were generating 7 figures in revenue, but I just wasn't seeing the money come in because the fulfillment was so messed up, and I was working so hard every day. And like, I was just wondering, like, is this ever going to work? Is this actually going to work? Like, I couldn't see the end goal in sight, but I believed in my abilities. And I was just thinking like, oh, should I get in a different business model? When I come online, I'll be able to do so much better. And these are the voices we have to battle. These are the voices we have to battle, because the ship that we've chosen to sail, we chose that for a reason. That was the best decision that we made at one point in our lives. And maybe you're still even making money with it. Maybe you're even making 10, 20k, 30k, that kind of money with it. But because it's not the millions yet, you're thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing? But the old saying that the grass is always greener on the other side always rings true. There's always wisdom in these sayings, because everything seems easier to the outward eye, because no one really talks about or documents those struggles they go through in these early days. And that's why I want to come on here and show you guys, like, sure, I'm semi-successful, but success is rented. If you're not showing up every single day and learning new things and implementing new things and battling these demons every day that try and take you off course, that success can go. You don't just make a bit of money and then boom, that's it. When you start slipping, your money slips too. And that's what happened to me. And right now, I'm the most locked in I've been for the past 2 years. I'm the most locked in I've ever been on my development, on my discipline, on my routine, on my habits, on my structure. And I know that the payday's coming. But when I don't see immediate results, I start thinking, fuck, is this content, is anyone even going to watch it? Am I actually going to be able to help as many people as possible with my coaching? Because I've got big dreams for this stuff, man. Like, with the sales agency, just seeing how many people I could help, like, getting them to start making money, and watching their development and watching their confidence rise and helping them become productive. It's like, that meant so much to me. Like, that's so gratifying in itself. And then I want this same impact on here. But when you try and compete in business with the whole world, the problem is you have the audience of the whole world, but you're also competing with the whole world. So the problem always comes down to, how much are we developing ourselves? Because the thing is, bro, most people already quit at this point. Most people already throw the towel in. Most people can only wake up at 4 and 5 a.m. for like 2 weeks, and then they give up, and then they go back to their old ways, and they justify it in their own minds. And then you see them walking out and about, and they've got a fat gut, and then they start trying to justify their reason for, oh, is what you're doing even working, and all this kind of stuff. I wake up at 9 a.m. and I'm fine. Brother, if waking up at 9 a.m. was fine for you, you wouldn't have a fat beer gut. If waking up at 9 a.m. was fine for you, I wouldn't look at you and be like, bro, I can sense that you're not living up to your full potential. And the reason I can say this is because I was that guy. I was running this business, but I had the gut. I was running this business, but I had no routine or structure. I was running the business, but the reason I didn't have full faith and conviction in myself, and the reason I was looking at the other side to see if the grass was greener, is because there was a low underlying belief that I wasn't good enough, because I didn't hold myself to enough of a high standard. It's the standards we set for ourselves that dictate our future. The standards we set for ourselves dictate our success. And even when our standard is high, the doubts will start to creep in. But because you've set this new level of expertise for yourself, because you've set this new level of, this is what I do, this is who I am. I'm uncompromising in my daily habits. I'm uncompromising with my 4 a.m. wake up. I'm uncompromising with not sleeping until my tasks are done. I'm not going to sleep much tonight because my tasks have not finished. I'm uncompromising with the work that I put in every day. Then on a long enough time frame, you will blow everybody out of the water, because 90% of people can't stick consistent for longer than 2 weeks. So think about what you can do in 2 years. Think about what, with the right routine and the right habits that I teach all the guys in the coaching, that I taught the guys on the sales team. Think about when you start putting these into your daily life, when you live by your calendar, when you live by your tasks list, when every meeting or opportunity that you have in your life is centered around your growth, centered around your development, how much faster you will grow. It's not about adding all of these things. It's about removing the things that don't make sense to be in your life anymore. Right now, like, I've been trying to like force myself to do things like watch films, because I know that it's good for filmmaking. It'll probably help me in my content. And when I come to these realizations on my own, it's fine. When I'm like, yeah, I want to watch films because I think it's productive. I put a productive spin on everything. I think it's fine. But then when people who aren't in a position I want to be in, or I don't aspire to their life, start attacking me for not watching films or not turning off or all these kind of things, I don't want to do it, because I'm a stubborn mother flipper. No one tells me how to live my life, because the way that I've found and manipulated my life now, I've never felt more satisfied. When my relationship with God is uncompromising, I've never felt more satisfied. When all of my habits are locked in, I've never felt more satisfied. So it's harder for me to fit in the distractions. But is that a bad thing? No. I think it's a blessing. I'm not built like everybody else that can just watch Netflix and just spend 3 hours doing that, and then go and text a bunch of girls, and then do all of this stuff and just waste time and still be convicted in my success. I have to know that I'm beating the other guy. I have to know I'm doing so much more than the other guy, because there's another version of me out there who's doing what I'm doing and more. And when I start comparing myself to him, I know that he would stay on the course that I'm on. He would stay on despite not seeing results in 3 months or 6 months or a year, because he's so ingrained in who he's becoming. He's so in love with the man that he's becoming. He knows the success is inevitable. And this is the programming we have to go through. It's insane. The majority of people won't relate, and they're not supposed to, because we're cut from a different cloth. The standard that we set for ourselves, no one else will be able to understand, and that's why they won't be able to conceive our success when they see us pop out with that dream life in a few months, in a few years, because of the development we've gone through today. They'll be like, oh, he's a scammer. Oh, he scammed his way to success. No, bro. They didn't see these days. They didn't see the work that we were putting in. They didn't see the hardship we put ourselves through because we had to create our own situation where we had to force the change. No one sees that. Only us and God. And when you got a group of like-minded brothers as well to share that with, it makes it that much more gratifying. Our mission is so much bigger than us, bro. So when you feel like things aren't working or they're not going to pan out, it's all about raising your standard. Always about raising the standard. And we have to think of it bigger than ourselves. We have to think about how many people can I impact? How can I make the lives of the people around me better, my family, my friends? How much pain and hardship can I endure to actually live the things that I say I want? Because everyone wants the rich lifestyle, but no one wants the rich habits. But the rich habits are what makes that lifestyle even worth it. Keep pushing, boys.